in a comfortable seat, I do want to give you an option for a little bit of a yin pose to start with though. So if you like this pose, you can try it out. If it's not going to work for you, then that's okay. But this is a toe squat. So we're going to come onto our knees, bring our toes underneath, and sit back toward our heels a little bit, drawing the shoulders back. So if this pose is just not working, or if it's not comfortable for your knees to have that much flexion like that, then come to just a seat. But this is our toe squat. We're going to try to warm up, especially if you have like plantar fasciitis or something. This can really help with that. So we're going to stay here for a few moments, deepening the breath, making sure we've got good posture, drawing the shoulder blades together. And for this practice, we really want to warm. This is our fire practice. So let's draw the breath down. And then as we exhale, create that soft restriction for Ujjayi breathing or victorious breath. Like that Darth Vader breath. And you can keep your mouth closed and breathe in and out through your nose, or in through the nose and out through the mouth. That's up to you. This is a tough pose to stay in. We're working yin style. We would probably work this for 3 or 4 minutes. Really opens things up. But for our purposes, just maybe another 20 seconds. Still creating that heat. Just using the breath, trying to focus in this difficult pose. 2 more breaths. Let's tip forward a little bit, bring the hips up. We'll bring our hands down to the mat and then come back to seated. Then another couple options here if you like. So we're going to go into a seated forward fold for a moment, or we have an option for star pose. So seated forward fold, we're going to keep the hips down, draw the head forward. For star pose, we're going to open the legs, feed the hands underneath the knees, palm down, and then tip forwards. Just a little bit different. And we can round here into our neck and upper back. That's okay. So we're going to be static here just for a few breaths. Keep drawing the crown of the head forward no matter which pose you're in. Good. If you're in star pose, try to bring your hands forward a little bit more. Really getting deep into the back here. Opening all the way up through our joints. Creating moderate stress like this helps our joints be healthy and strong and lubricated. About 3 more breaths here. Take it slow. Keep drawing that breath down. We can have that restriction still. Darth Vader breath. On that last breath, let's come up slowly. Use your hands to press yourself up. And we'll cross our legs again if they're open. Let's take some side bends. Take one hand down to the mat. Lift up and over, big inhale. Exhale, press down. Other side. We move a little faster today than we normally do. Get a little bit of that fire going. Keep going. Fire element is associated with heat, light, digestion, metabolism, transformation. Let's come back to center. Press up toward the ceiling, both hands. Exhale, press down, use some tension. Scoop up, press. Breathe deep. 2 more times. Take the hands to the knees. Big shoulder rolls, roll forward. Break the posture a little, draw back, and come forward. Keep moving. Take any other movements you want to with your shoulders. Nice quote I found is, you cannot use someone else's fire. You can only use your own. And in order to do that, you must first be willing to believe that you have it. And that's from Audre Lorde. One more big movement here. Exhale. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. We'll come to tabletop. Spread the fingers out, stack the joints. Start with some side-to-side movement here. Breathe. Still creating that warmth. We might be chilly from being outside this morning. Maybe hard to get moving on a gray and wet day like this. Knock some of that moisture out. Let's come to a cat-cow. Inhale, let the belly drop, look up. Exhale, press and round, really high through the mid-back, and then back through. Keep actuating the whole spine. Breathe. About 3 more rounds here. And back to center. From here, we're going to take a sunbird pose, or a tiger pose, it's also called. You're going to lift one leg, keep the knee bent, press the heel up toward the ceiling. Option here to also do that with the opposite hand. A little more tricky with the balance. Keep the core tightened here. Maybe lift the chin up a little bit. And then we're going to exhale and bring that hand down to the mat. And then bring our nose toward our knee, hover that knee off the ground, really crunch into the abs. Inhale, lift that knee back up, lift the arm as an option. And then down, exhale, nose toward knee, scoop it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Keep moving. One more time like this. Big reach. Now bring the knee toward the left wrist. Keep it covered if you like. Move it to the right wrist, shift back. Let's repeat that. Circle to the left, circle to the right, lift. 2 more times. And release down on that last one. Let's go to the other side, lifting the left leg, keep the knee bent, reach up with that heel. Option for that right hand, reach the hand up toward the ceiling if you can. Exhale, bring the hand down, scoop the knee in, and then back up. Keep moving, flow. Yeah, that's a good option. You can bring your elbow toward your knee as well if you like. On this last one, let's take the knee in toward the right wrist, over to the left, and lift, and then through again. Trying to really move that hip joint. Starting to warm up through the core as well. And last one. Exhale, bring it down. Take some more movements for the hips here in our tabletop. Breathe. Let's curl the toes under. We'll come to downward facing dog. Shift back. Bring the heels toward the mat. Maybe take some movement here. Move the hips side to side. Work on lifting the heels, press with your toes, and then shift back. Bring the heels toward the mat a little more. Take that movement a couple times. Bring the hips real high, Go up and then shift back. On an inhale, let's come forward. Pretend that your hips are coming up and over something, over a hurdle. Come to plank or kneeling plank. One breath here. Inhale, shift back up, down dog. Breathe. Two more times. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come into our plank. Take our option here. Then inhale, shift back, down dog. Last time, inhale forward, hold, and then back, down dog. Take a little movement side to side here if you like, or pedal the heels. Last motion in this sequence, option for a wild thing pose. Let's stagger the left foot off the mat to the right. Plant really well. And then once we're planted and we're staggered, we can lift the left hand and uncoil, bringing the heart toward the ceiling, reaching back with that hand. So you should be on both feet. Yep. You can always bring that knee down if we like. Exhale, bring that hand back down, uncoil the feet. Back to down dog, exhale. Last movement here, stagger the right foot off the mat to the left now. Peel the right hand up, reach, open. Good. You guys look awesome. Exhale, bring that hand down, down dog. Shift forward, plank or kneeling plank. Bring it all the way down to the mat, exhale. Let's reach the arms forward. Big opening through the shoulders and chest and the side body. Work the hands a little bit more forward. Keep breathing. Let's work the hands back. Bring the elbows down. We'll take Sphinx for a moment here. A lot of forward bending. We have to undo that a little bit. With a nice gentle back bend here. Maybe shrug the shoulders. Take some movements with the neck. That feels good. Always making sure that we honor our body throughout this practice, finding what we need. Hopefully not finding pain. If we are, then backing off. Let's plant the hands under the shoulders again. Slowly come up. Lift to plank or kneeling plank. Shift back, down dog. Breathe. Let's walk forward slow on the mat, or option to jump, feet to hands, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need. Upper body is heavy. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen the neck. Exhale, forward fold. Take that movement a couple more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Option for here to stay folded for a moment or bring the hips down for a yogi squat. You can bring your feet a little further apart for this if you like. And then sit down. And you may not be able to sit down all the way, that's okay. But bringing the elbows into the knees and pressing out. We are down this far, otherwise being here is okay. Working on bringing those feet toward the mat if we can. If we can't, that's okay. And then making sure that we have good posture in this pose. 2 more breaths. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Move slow to straighten the legs. Maybe walk the toes in a little bit, walk the feet in a little bit. Back to our forward fold. One last halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold it down. Strong exhale. Bend the knees, reach all the way up. Extended mountain, option to come up off the heels here, or exalted mountain. Settle the heels back down. Let's bring the arms through. Sit into chair pose. Exhale. Inhale, lift, reach. Exhale, chair pose. This is a good fiery pose. Really working into the legs here. Bring the knees closer together. 2 more times. And back up, reach. Exhale, arms down the sides. Settle the shoulders. Nice job, guys. All right, we're gonna go right into our flow. When you're ready, come toward the top of your mat. Good stance, good posture. Start mountain pose. Really pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. Drop the shoulders back. Catch our breath and or cool a little bit of that fire we created. Just a little bit. We're gonna need it for our flow. And an option in our flow to continue with that deep breathing and ujjayi breathing, like all the way through. Let's start. Inhale, reach. Big opening of the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands down. Send the right foot back. Heels up for runner's lunge. Sweep the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, come plank or kneeling plank. Body's nice and straight. Exhale, shoulders forward and down, please. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Downward facing dog. Shift as far back as you can. Right leg lifts as an option, 3-legged dog. Bring that leg forward, back to our lunge. Feet together, forward fold. Release the upper body, and then reach up. Extended mountain. Exhale, chair. And that's our flow. Let's repeat. Inhale, reach. Hand fold. Left foot back. Right foot back, down dog. Settle into your poses. Inhale, come forward, plank, and then all the way down. Cobra. Release down. Downward facing dog. 3-legged dog left side. Send that leg through, lunge. Help it up if you need. Feet together, forward fold. Reach up, extend. Chair pose, settle down. 1 breath here, then we'll go again. Inhale, reach. Fold. Right foot back. Left foot back, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down. Cobra. And down. Downward facing dog. Right leg up, reach. Really open that hip, come forward. Lunge, and forward fold. Reach up, extend. And chair. And again, inhale, reach. Should have our flow by now, should have our rhythm. Plant the hands, left foot back, right foot back, down dog. Plank. Exhale, down. Cobra. Down, down dog. Left leg up. Lunge. Forward fold. Reach. Chair pose. All right, we're halfway done, guys. Option here for the latter half to do chaturanga to up dog. Inhale, reach. Fold. Right foot back. Left foot back, down dog. Take your option for back bend, either what we're doing or chaturanga to up dog. Hands and feet only. Tops of the feet. Switch the feet back. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg, reach. Lunge. Forward fold. Slowly come up. Chair pose. And again, inhale, reach up. And hold. Right foot back. Left foot back, down dog. Plank, then your version of back bend here. Do what's good for you. Down dog. Right leg up, reach. Lunge. Forward fold. Extend. Chair pose, sit deep. And again, guys, inhale, reach. And fold. Left foot back. Right foot back, down dog. Plank. And exhale down. Cobra. Down, down dog. I hear a lot of breath in the room, that's good. Left leg up. Lunge. Forward fold. Reach. And chair. Last one, guys, inhale, reach. Roll it down. Right leg back. Left leg down dog. Inhale, reach forward and down. Back bend, reversion, down, down dog. Right leg up. Lunge. Forward fold. Extend. And chair. And we can stay here for a couple breaths, guys. Get all the energy out. We've been working hard. Focus. Option for balance here. One heel up or both. 2 more breaths. Hold it together. Option always to come out if we need. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Nice work. We weren't warm before, we're probably warm now. I was going to turn up the heat in here, but I don't think it's necessary. All right, nice work, guys. Let's start our static poses with runner's lunge. So we're going to take our left leg forward. Right knee can be down. And then bringing the hands down. Start to send that knee forward a little bit. Drop the hips down a bit. Try to keep posture in the upper body. So we're not sinking our head way down or anything like that. In the back fairly straight. Option here to come up off that back knee. For more full runner's lunge, you'll get that in the back of the right leg a little more. And we can stay here for another couple breaths. Option here to come up to high lunge. So I'm going to walk my hands up to my knee, lift the torso, reach up. Keeping that heel up off the mat, maybe taking that knee down just a little further. And then option here for a prayer twist, hands together. Bring the right elbow over the left knee, square off the shoulders toward your hands. It's hard to see me this way. Good. Unhook that elbow, bring the torso back straight, reach. We can stay in our high lunge here for a few moments, guys, or take a rest if we need to. Otherwise, we're going to work a little flow coming down. So we're going to bring that right knee down. If this is hard on your knee and your hip joint, please don't do that. Or use your hands down here to help with some balance, and then actuate the knee this way. Otherwise, lift, and then coming down. We can plant the hands down or keep them up to the knee. 2 more times, reach and down. Lift and down, coming back up last time, and then plant that back heel down, warrior 2. Lengthen through the arms, settle the legs down, settle the hips down. We're going to lift this one up as well. So let's take both arms, reach up toward the ceiling, straighten that front leg, open through both sides of the body. Exhale, get deeper into the warrior 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. One more time. Hold here, breathe. Shoulders relaxing. We're going to work on going to a crane pose from here. So bringing the hands together. And we can take that back foot and just kind of touch with the toe in a light leg stance, we call it. So our weight is over on the left. Sitting tall here, or bringing the knee up to a crane stance. We're going to exhale and draw that leg all the way back, planting the foot exactly where we need it for that warrior 2. Heel down, lift the arms. Really good body control exercise here. Shift forward a little bit, plant the weight on that left leg, sweep the knee up, hands come together in prayer. Or they can come out to the side a little bit here. Exhale, shift back, warrior 2. Make sure you got a little space in between your legs here. So we're not stepping straight back, we're stepping a little to the corner. Inhale, shift forward. Crane pose. Exhale back. Last time, guys. Lift and back. Exhale, good. Bring the hands down toward the mat. We're going to take them to the right of that left foot, coming to lizard pose. Bring the knee down. Letting that hip open. And we can stay here on our hands like this, like me. And this is plenty enough for me. But if you want to, you can come down to the elbows or come down to a block. Option here, if it feels good, to draw that knee open to the side and come to the knife edge of your foot. That might feel really good on the hip. If not, then don't do it. 2 more breaths here, slow. And release that foot down. Let's come to kneeling. So hands and knees, bring the left knee down. Let's take the right leg forward and we'll come to our low lunge like we started. Planting the hands on the mat on either side of that right foot. Knee is down here. Option for knee lifted right away. Otherwise, we're going to move into that pose in a moment. Good. All right, if we haven't already, let's lift, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, stretch back with that heel, long line on the back side of the body. Straighten the head and neck. Let's slowly come up to a high lunge. Use your hands on your leg. Reach, big inhale. Keep that knee coming down on the back on the left side a little bit. And then we'll take our twist as an option, hands together in prayer. Elbow comes over the right knee. Reach that right shoulder back, try to square off your gaze toward your hands. Breathe. Exhale, release. Lift the hands. Exhale, settle down to warrior 2. Stretch the arms out. Release the hips down a little bit. And we'll take our little lift from here. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach up, open the side body. Exhale, get a little deeper, warrior two. Keep moving, breathe. One more time. Really nice and deep into that warrior two. Now we're going to take our forward movement. So plant the weight on the right foot, shift forward a little bit, maybe draw that left foot a little bit forward. Then we have our option for right leg, so just stepping here next to the right foot or lift into crane, prayer, or arms out. Exhale, draw that foot back, warrior two, lift the arms. Balance on the right leg again, lift, hold, exhale, press back. Again, try to nail that footing, nail that stance. Forward and back. Last time. Forward and back, flex down. And finally, back to lizard pose. Plant the hands on the left of that right foot. So it's hand, hand, foot. Bring the knee down. Bring that front knee a little bit more forward. And come lower to the mat if you need for that stretch. About 3 more breaths here. Let's take that right leg, bring it back, come up off the mat a little bit more. And we're going to come to a kneeling plank, option for a full plank here, for a little stability at the end of our static poses. Option here for forearm plank as well. Hold for a few breaths, good tension. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release the body down. We can cradle the head and arms for a moment. Let the front body open and the back body compact a little bit. Come into flexion. If you need an option here for seal pose, hands down onto the mat, straighten the arms, bring the elbows up, draw the shoulders back. You need a little deeper front opening here. Press the pelvis into the mat. Maybe lift the chin a little higher. Exhale, bring the elbows down. If we had them lifted, let's come up slowly, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, come to our tabletop, and then slowly up to standing. Move around a little bit, shake it out. Done a ton of work already in just over a half hour, so take a minute to breathe. We're going to take some energy exercises from here. We're going to start with 2-hand press. Come toward the back of your mat, feet close together. And we're going to work these with a good amount of tension consistent with our fire theme. So for this movement, we're going to lift both arms, keeping the hands real loose. We call this squid fist. They kind of look like squids. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to round back toward the ears, keep the elbows down, and then pressing forward. Not coming to full extension here, keeping a good bend. And we drop the hands down. Try that again. Inhale, reach. Elbows down and really loose hands and press. Like pushing the wall away. One more time, we're going to do this with tension now. So you can breathe out the mouth. Create some tension into the arms and shoulders. Even through the chest. This kind of isometric tension is very good, very powerful for helping our muscles. We can take a step with this as well. So you can do that static version or step along with it. If we're going to step, we're going to lift both arms and lift the heel of one foot. We're not going to take a big lift. We're just going to step forward to the heel. And as we press forward, we round it and press forward with our hands. There's going to be a moment here where it's toe, knee, and hands in alignment. And then we bring the hands down and step back. Other side, lift the heel, press forward. Good posture. Don't lean forward on this press. And down. Try this a few times, and if you've got the movement, try that strong breathing like I hear some of you doing already. Use that tension. A few more times. Keep those elbows down. Good. Try to keep that heel down on the movement forward, so the back heel is going to be pressing toward the earth. Good. One more time each side. Awesome. All right, let's take a wider stance. You can come to the long edge of your mat if you like. And we're going to work another energy exercise. This one is Fair Lady Works the Shuttle. So we're going to shift the hips and the feet a little bit to the left, bend that knee toward the toes, and then we're going to lift the left hand like we're blocking out the sun. It's going to be horizontal. The right hand's going to press forward if we're pushing something away. What we're going to do from here is we're going to shift to the other side and simply replicate that on the other side. So right hand's going to lift. Now we're in like a warrior posture. We're having some extension into that hip. And then we'll move to the other side. Exhale, press. Use that pressure and breath and that isometric muscle against muscle tension, if you like. Try to keep that tension out of the shoulders, though. That's going to reduce our movement. Tension is going to be in the hand and the arm, not the shoulder. Bend that knee over the toe. One more time each side. Drop the hands down to the center. Keep the legs wide. We'll turn our torso to the long edge. Lift both hands, reach. Press up toward the ceiling. This is called Buddha holds the earth. Arms are still rounded. If we like here, we can bend a little more into the knees, sitting down into a wide-legged chair. If this is feeling too comfortable for us, it may not, but if it's feeling too comfortable, coming a little further down. Good stability here and focus, really working those quads. And we're going to take some side-to-side movement. If you can, keep your legs where they are. Otherwise, come up a little higher. Hands down, and then lifting side to side, sort of like what we did at the beginning of class. Reach up and over. Back to center, arms down. Reach up, again, keep the legs bent if we can, and then exhale. Bring the hands to the mat. Crown of the head comes down. Use core strength, lift, reach up, press toward the ceiling. Exhale, come down, plant the hands down. Protect the lower back. We are doing a lot of extension here, so tighten up the core muscles. Think of it like a corset around your middle. 2 more times like this, breathe. Big reach up. On this last one, exhale, bring the arms out to the sides. We're going to do exchanging hands. Exhale, bring the hands together on one side. Open the, well, I'm going to open the right side. Follow the gaze with that. And then move to the other side. Keep that knee bend if you like, or come up higher. Still working that endurance. When we're working endurance in our Tai Chi classes, sometimes we would be staying in a stance like this for basically the entire hour. Builds a lot of good strength. One more time each side. Back to center, exhale, release down. Nice job, shake it out. All right, a few more fiery poses, a couple more, and then we're gonna cool it down. Let's come down to the mat. All the way down to our belly. Again, we can cradle the head and the hands for a moment here if we need to. Slow the heart rate, slow the breath. We're going to go to locust from here. So bringing the arms down to our sides, palm down. And then lifting the hands up off the mat, lifting the feet, and then starting to draw the limbs and the shoulders and head back. Like we're a person, somebody is drawing our strings closed. Lifting. Option here for Superman, a little bit more difficult on the shoulders. So if you're taking care of your shoulders, maybe don't do this one. Swimming the hands forward, reaching them off the mat. Good. Keep reaching up. Hold one more breath. Exhale down. Nice job. All right, we're going to come to the side. Doesn't matter which side. We're going to lay our head down on our arm and have our other hand down on the mat for stability. We're going to take some leg lifts with that top leg. So we want to make sure that our hips are stacked and our heels are stacked. And then lift that leg. We're going to keep that foot parallel to the floor. So we're not opening it up to the toes toward the ceiling. Exhale down. It's going to be a little less range of motion here. That's fine. We're not really looking for range of motion. We're looking for specific muscles that we're targeting here. Just deep into the hip. 2 more times. And down. Let's take some circles. Shift forward and then back and through. Make the circles as big or as small as you like. And then maybe reverse. And then exhale down. Bring that foot on top of the other foot. We're going to come right from here to a side sphinx. So let's start to use that hand that's pressed in the mat to help us up a little bit. And then we're going to come to our elbow underneath us. So the elbow is right under the shoulder. And this may be enough to stretch the side body, thinking of that long line all the way down the side and down to the heel for the ankle. Or we can come up a little higher by bringing our hand down and straightening our leg. Straightening our arm. Legs should be straight. Only if we need this. Make sure you got good alignment, hand right under the shoulder. Let that hip drop down a little bit. Feel that side opening. And then release. We'll come down and then roll to the other side for our leg lifts. The other leg. Building some really good strength today into the hips. Let's lift that leg when we're ready. Again, it's going to come up straight. Keep moving. A couple more times here, and then going into our circles. Again, big circle, little circle, whatever you like. Keep breathing. And back down, release that leg. Let's come to our side sphinx. Elbow comes down under the shoulder. Open the other side body. Keep some alignment into the neck, so we're not stressing our neck. And then our option to come up onto the hand. We need a little bit more opening to the side, straightening that arm. We never really want to lock out our joints. So if you've got your arm locked out, bend just a little bit. A couple more breaths here. Take what you need out of this. And then exhale, let's come down. We're going to come to lie on our back. So you can spin around. So your feet are facing toward me if you like. Let's bring our hips down and have our knees high, feet flat on the mat for constructive rest. Maybe just bring the knees back and forth. Nice lower back massage. And we'll let the knees fall over to one side. Gentle twist. Then maybe look the other way. You try to relax those knees down to the side. Slowly lift up. And we'll come to the other side, release down, stretch, twist. Try to release muscle, let yourself get a little deeper, letting gravity help you. Slowly come up back towards center. So our constructive rest. We're going to do some ab work. So let's take our hands, we can interlace our fingers behind our head. We're not going to be lifting real high with our head though. So we're going to go across, taking the right elbow to the left knee, lift, and then place that leg down, come back down. Then the other side, left knee toward right, or left elbow toward right knee, I should say, and then switch. You want to make this a little bit more difficult, keep the legs lifted. They can be fairly straight or they can have the knees bent. And then as you're drawing one elbow toward the knee, extend the other leg. This is called like an ab bicycle or something. Go side to side. Try to get your rhythm. A few more times. One more time each side. And then exhale down. We're going to turn to the side and come up to seated for just a moment. Move slow. We're going to take our hands behind us, and then we can straighten the legs for a sunbather position, or option for reverse tabletop here. So we can plant the feet down and lift the hips. Open the shoulders this way. That feels okay. For some folks, it is easier to do this, and then it's more difficult to do something like this. We can also, if we're in sunbather, we can lift the hips up to do incline plank, take the heels in. So that's another great option. Use what you need, breathe. Take a little movement if you like. Exhale, let's come down. Let's release, come down to the mat again. For our last pose, this one is a little unique. So we want to have our strap nearby. Open it up. We're going to come to our side, bring our arm down, and then we're going to take the top leg, so bringing the hips to the side here. So just like we were before, so everything's going to be stacked. We're going to take so I'm on my right side, so I'm taking my left leg forward, and I'm bringing my right leg back. If I can bend it enough so I can reach onto that foot. What we're trying to do here is open a little bit into the lower body and the upper body, so we can bring that left shoulder back. What this does is it's a lot of things. It's a twist, and we've got our hip opening and leg. Now, if we wanted to go a little deeper on the front as well, that's where we can use our strap. So we can take that strap on the bottom of the foot and extend that leg out, that top leg, while we've got the bottom leg held. So we're pulling in both directions. This is called cat's pulling its tail, cat pulling its tail. If you guys need help, let me know. This one is a little tricky. Yeah, so we're drawing that shoulder back. Good. Is this the first time you guys have done this one? Yes. Yeah, it's a little different. Good. Yeah, keep drawing that heel back, and that back leg. Sort of feels like a pretzel, but honestly, this pose feels so good afterwards. It works a lot of things. Try to focus and get a little deeper into the pose. Find some comfort. You can. This is that yin philosophy, right? We're finding comfort in discomfort. The sensation you should feel, and it should just be mild to medium sensation. So if it's really strong, back off a little bit. So that leg that's underneath, into the hip, we should be feeling the top one is the outer hip and the leg, and then we should be opening and twisting into our chest as well for that feeling. A few more breaths here. Making friends with the pose. Meanwhile, I've got another good thing about fire here. So some of the positive traits that can be associated with the third chakra, the fire chakra that resides in the stomach, is being strong-willed, being independent, being creative, passionate, ambitious, resourceful, competitive, and assertive. So those are positive traits. If we have a balanced third chakra, that's what we're going to get. If we do not have a balanced third chakra and things are out of alignment, we have too much energy there. We may be arrogant, impatient, manipulative, stubborn, and selfish. That's where our energy can go. If our energy goes too wild or too high, that's how things can get. Let's start to release. We're going to go to the other side. Take your time, guys. Come to the center and do some windshield wipers with the knees. Take a minute for that. Any movements that feel good for you here? When we're ready, let's move over to the other side. So we're going to go to the side, lay down. Straighten both legs to start with, and then draw the top leg forward, either keeping the knee bent or bringing it straight. And then the bottom leg, we're going to bend. Yeah, we can use our strap here, I should mention. Use our strap here right away. And then bending the bottom leg, if we can, grabbing on with that hand and rolling the shoulder open friend of mine who is a yin instructor calls this the kitchen sink pose because it gets so many things. Try to get a little deeper. If you've got that strap on the front, keep tension there so you're continuing to pull. Drop that shoulder back. Good. Feeling that active energy. Feeling it be healthy and nourishing and pushing us forward. Controlling our fire. About 3 more breaths. When we're ready, let's release. Let's come to our back and we're going to set up for Shavasana. Any options that you like in terms of position or blocks or blankets or anything you need. If you need something, just raise your hand and grab it for you. Definitely take some movement if you need to cool down from that pose before we settle into Shavasana. Give yourself some time. Very deep poses. Slow things down. Focus on your breathing. Focus on how your body feels. One last quote about our fire chakra and fire energy. Turn your face toward the sun, and the shadows will fall behind you. Author unknown. Visualizing now, feeling that sun on us, even if it's not visible from the outside. Feeling that heat and warmth permeate us. Cycling that energy back as we exhale. Drawing in good, strong energy and exhaling. Being part of that cycle. Returning the energy to where it came from. We still have some hot embers from that fire we stoked throughout our class. Let things cool a little bit. Keep focusing on the breath. we become distracted, that's all we need to do is draw our thoughts back to the breath, and we're back into the rhythm, drawing ourselves back in. Redirecting ourselves lightly, not trying to force anything. Finding our peace here. Slowly start to create some movement, hands and feet, any other movement that we like. And when we're ready, we're going to turn to the side and draw our knees toward our chest. Feeling like we're starting fresh. And slowly moving up to seated, bringing the hands to the legs. Good posture. We'll take one more breath as a class together. Option here to bring your hands to your third chakra, right onto your stomach. That feels okay. And we're going to take our sound today, which is ah. So we're going to inhale really strongly, exhale and say ah. Inhale. Breathe. Let's go out into the world and use our fire that we've built responsibly. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I do want to remind you about the Yin workshop, which is next, a few weeks from today, Sunday, May 15th, from 3 to 4:30, taught by me. This is a Yin workshop. We're going to do about 75 minutes of Yin and maybe like 15 minutes of discussion as part of that, so we understand the practice, because it is very different from a vinyasa class. So please do sign up for that one if you are able. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Namaste. Oh, one more thing. Marie said if you are not receiving emails from the studio, to let one of us know, because some people may have been opted out that they didn't want to be, and that's going to stop you from getting any updates about the studio. Thanks for coming, Chris. Have a good day.
Thanks, John. You too. Bye.
Bye.